Hey there, Ben Z with another Digital Performer quick tip. As a film and TV composer, obviously my main thing is scoring picture. I use the amazing app Video Sync 6, which I have to thank my friend Evan Goldman for getting me into it when it was Video Sync 5 a few years ago. I had about 20 something years of scoring picture in Digital Performer. And it's just amazing when you get the QuickTime movie, the movie window out of Digital Performer and run it from a third-party app, in this case Video Sync 6, for a whole myriad of reasons, which I'll get into in another video. But the only downside is that at this time, and I think they're going to get there at some point and code this in, but for some reason, when scrubbing the timeline in Digital Performer, it does not, while you're scrubbing, output the MIDI time code or the position information where Video Sync is constantly updating the picture, scrubbing back and forth. It doesn't move the video like that. As soon as you let go of the mouse cursor in the new location, it instantly sends the position information, and everything is in perfect sync and lined up. So a little bit of a downside, but not a deal breaker for the million other benefits that come with using an external video playback system like Video Sync 6. But after a while, one of the issues is when you're kind of doing that frame by frame, wanting to get the boom on the door slamming closed or the explosion or whatever. And I normally, in Digital Performer, I am set up to work in measures and beats. So if I hit, the number 6 button, I go by measures, and I'm set up with the plus button, jumps 4 measures at a time, 13, 17, 21. And backwards one at a time, 1 measure at a time with the 5 key, and the 4 keys does 4 measures at a time. And this is all customizable in the preferences setup in Digital Performer. But frequently I have to go to frames, and I finally had an idea one day, and I noticed that in the preferences, in the transport setup, you can have 2 different settings, one for how the transport controls behave when you're in measures, and you can also set it up for all of these, right? And so I work in mostly measures and frames, but you could set all of these up. And obviously, if I wanted to move by frames, I'd come in here, change it, hit done, and now, right, I'm moving, as you can see here. Let's pop this out. Give you guys the front row seats, right? Where are frames? Right here at the bottom. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, right? And then if I want to go back to measures, hit Command comma to bring up the preferences and settings, just like in 99% of the apps for the Mac. And I can go back to measures, etc., etc. And that's great, but not as great as it could be, because I'm doing this constantly. So how do we make this better? Keyboard Maestro to the rescue. And I have 2 keyboard commands. In my case, I use Shift Page Up to change to measures, and Shift Page Down to change to frames. Don't blink, you might have missed that. I'm in frames right now. I'm gonna go back to measures, and now I'm gonna go back to frames. Shift Page Down. Magic of Keyboard Maestro. Let's take a look at it. Switch to frames, switch to measures. Let's take a look at switch to frames first. So Shift Page Down is the trigger for me. I tell it to pop open the preferences menu with a Command comma. I then have a move and click command within the frontmost window. Simulate scroll wheel down 134. Wow. That's pretty cool. I mean, I made this a while ago. Okay, that must be, it gets everything in the position here. Let's take a look at that. Scroll wheel down. Huh. Oh, I know what that was. That was just a random number because this menu, just in case it opens anywhere else, I needed it to scroll down. That's what it was. And then, let's move this over here so we're not blocking that. There we go. And then I tell it where to click again, to click on the target once the wheel is down and made the menu go to the bottom, to transport. And then another click. And to switch to frames, I tell it to, because this field, when you come into this window, I bet that field is maybe active. Or I tell it to click there, and then I hit frames, F for frames, enter, pause, and then escape to close the window. And mostly just had to work out the timing aspects. You know, the pauses I'm finding in Keyboard Maestro are everything. That's what determines whether you're going to be successful with a macro or not. And once I got that going, it's a beautiful thing. If you have repetitive commands, movements, clicks, fix it with Keyboard Maestro. I have yet to encounter something that I can't get Keyboard Maestro to get it done for me. I hope this was helpful. Check back for more Digital Performer quick tips, and have a great day.